Smithfield Market, Belfast, known throughout Ireland, houses much that is traditional of the city. The men and women who sell the books, the second-hand furniture, who cut the keys or serve in the pubs, might all be stamped as typical of Belfast. But today Smithfield is a sad and battered little enclave, trying hard to keep going in spite of a relentless bombing campaign which has been launched against it. It's the pubs, traditionally Catholic-owned, that have suffered most, and of Smithfield's 7, only one remains open today. This piece of waste ground was once the home for Conlon's bar, but when bombers struck there 18 months ago, they made sure that it would never open again. 2 customers, innocently enjoying a drink, lost their lives in the explosion. Less than 100 yards away is all that remains of the Kingsway bar and the Knights of St Columbanus Club, which used to be above it. There's little chance that the Kingsway will open its doors again. Across the road at Wine Tavern Street, the bus bar, once a favourite spot for travellers and employees of the Ulster bus depot nearby, is today another sad Smithfield sight. A few yards away, there's little sign today of the hustle and bustle that was once part and parcel of McLaughlin's bar. When bombers struck there 6 months ago, yet another Belfast citizen lost his life. One of the most recent bombing attacks was against Madden's bar. However, with more than a little fear for the future, its owner, Mr. Kevin Madden, refuses to go out of business.
I've had phone calls and letters threatening me to be shot. They have written about me in the different loyalist papers, telling me that they're going to shoot me.
Why were you singled out?
I don't have a clue on that one. My clientele are a completely mixed clientele of both Protestant and Catholic. Words I don't like to use at all. They are all human beings.
Did other publicans in the Smithfield area, did they receive threats?
I think most of them have received threats one way or another. I think most of them are afraid to talk of these threats.
Of course, over the last few years, you yourself have seen quite a bit of Smithfield suffering, haven't you?
I certainly have. I was the first person through the doors of Conlon's, my immediate neighbour, and I pulled two dead bodies out before either ambulance, military, or even our own priests arrived.
Of all the streets in Smithfield, Gresham Street has been hit hardest. Workmen are still busy repairing the damage caused by an explosion a few days ago to the chlorine bar, and in spite of the trouble, the ordinary people of Belfast still try to go on with their day-to-day business.
But nobody likes to get these shops all destroyed and bombed. Look at where it's stuck this last 6 years.
Do you do a lot of shopping here?
IRA. Not really down here. I shop mostly on the Shankill Road.
Yeah.
But I'm coming from work. We've stuck a lot of bombing this last 5 years nearly now by the IRL, and tell you it's time it was stopped.
I think it's terrible altogether. And you think that people can't go in and have a quiet drink. With 1 minute you're standing having a nice peaceful drink, and the next minute you're laying on the road with your leg off.
Mr. John McLernan is the owner of Peter's Bar, the only pub still open in Smithfield today. The bar was the target for a 200-pound car bomb attack in August, but Mr. McLernan refuses to close.
We keep going purely and simply for a livelihood of myself and my staff. And really to lie down under this bombing wave is really just to give credence to the cause of the people who are actually doing planting.
How frightened are you working here in Smithfield?
Oh, we're certainly frightened of anybody losing life. We're not worried about the place getting bombed as long as people get out in time and get warning to get out.
Do you have some kind of special procedure for getting out if a warning comes?
Well, we do have a security man who looks after the front of the building and will tell us if anything is planted outside the building.
Are there as many people attending your public house now as might have attended it 2-3 years ago?
Well, there are a certain amount of people who still come. Certainly the customers have been cut down, but there were 8 bars and we're the only one left, so we're handling their customers as well as our own.
There's an air of uncertainty about Smithfield. With the strongly loyalist Shankill Road district just a few hundred yards away, and with a history of IRA bombings in their area, the traders of Smithfield markets in Belfast have reason to feel afraid.